Hello and welcome to my new line of tutorials where I will be teaching you how to design and develop a full-scale dynamic website. Yes, I will be teaching you how to make a website using MySQL, PHP, CSS, HTML, and a little bit of JavaScript and Ajax. I will be going over Ajax. These tutorials, I plan to make a full-scale website. Right now I'm not sure exactly what features I'm going to be including in the website. I'll probably have some branch-off tutorials teaching you how to do some pretty cool extra stuff. But the main things is being able to add a news article, being able to create user accounts, probably a forum, probably a forum, comments on the news articles, some stuff like that. We'll definitely be doing some formatting stuff to make it look cool. We might also be doing some graphics tutorials in order to create some cool, headers and footers and buttons and graphics for the website. So in this first video, I'm going to be showing what you need in order to follow me on these tutorials. So starting off, you're going to need a home server. The home server basically lets you work on the website and manage it and see the changes on it on your home computer without them going live to the internet. You see, whenever you put a website on the internet, you will most likely want to host it with a web hosting service, which in most cases costs money. However, there are some free alternatives. You just won't have a lot of space. So if your website is a small website, you could host it for free. However, I would recommend getting like a $7 a month plan or something. I mean, it's pretty cheap to host a full-fledged website. So first off, getting a home server in order for us to build this website before we put it live, I recommend WAMP Server 2. I will be using WAMP Server 2.0. You can get it at wampserver.com/en because that's the English language. The default website is in Spanish or something. I can't remember. The latest version of WAMP Server uses Apache 2.2, PHP 5.3, and MySQL 5.1. PHP 5.3 I'm not completely familiar with. I'm still working on becoming more familiar with it. I mostly work in 4.8 and below. However, I do still know a very large amount of PHP. It's my main form of study. I'm trying to get updated on this new version. There are some changes, just a few. So basically just download WAMP Server 2, and once you've downloaded it, it will be a runnable program. Let me find it. Start WAMP Server. So once you start your WAMP server up, it will display down here in the taskbar as a little white wheel. If it is yellow, that means it can't connect. If it's red, that basically means it hasn't connected or it's offline. So once you click on this little icon, you'll be able to see what version of PHP you have installed. I also have 4.48 installed for other reasons. I'm not going to be using it in the tutorials. I have other versions of MySQL installed also. You can get plugins for it on this page, add-ons, to get the older versions. I have Apache 2.2, and I have another version on there too. And basically, when you click on www directory, that takes you to the web files. I have 3 sites in here right now: TutSite, Whoopiland, and Game Reviews. Whoopiland is my big project. A friend of mine created it, and I'm taking over some of the development parts of it. And that's basically something I do outside of tutorial making. I encourage you to go check out whoopiland.com. It's a pretty cool website. I've been on it for years, and I'm the developer for it now. And Game Reviews, that's a website I'm working on right now so I can make game reviews and write articles on it. Once it's up, I'll probably be announcing it in one of my videos. It's going to have a different name. That's just a generic name for now. But TutSite is what we want to work on. That's what I named my website for this tutorial. You can name it anything you want. Just come up with a name for your website. Once you go inside that folder, this is where all of the pages for your website will be. So TutSite is basically wampserver.com. It's basically the domain, the actual domain name. And if you ever worked on a Linux server, it should be something else. It probably won't be the domain name. It'll probably be HTTP docs or something. But you get the idea since we're using WAMP server. By the way, WAMP means Windows, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. If you're using Linux, you want to get LAMP. Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. Although I don't recommend that because this tutorial will be following a Windows server, or it will be following Windows. So up next, you will need a text editor, some type of coding. You'll need something in order to write your scripts in. And I'm using Notepad++. It is simply one of the best free alternatives to Dreamweaver. It is amazing. It color codes everything, depending on the language you're using. It's just an awesome coding language. It's lightweight. It's easy to use. I would get it. And you can download that SourceForge. I have the link right here. I'm gonna post it in the description, I think. And basically just download it. Once it's installed, you can write up. I would pay your taskbar if you have Windows 7. I did that anyways. And after that, you need to get the Notepad++ plugins. These are some of the main plugins. It includes Explorer. Explorer is a plugin that's very important. This right here, this sidebar right here on the side, this is Explorer. It basically lets you go and see the files on your computer, and you can navigate to your website, and you can add new files to it without having to go to File, New. See, and all you have to do, basically up here it shows the directories, and up here it shows inside the directory. So I've navigated to my www folder, so now I'm going to go into TutSite. And here let's go ahead and set up our main files for the website. So make a new folder, call it includes or functions. I'm going to call it includes. I usually call it functions, but includes is a better word. Then create a new folder and call it images. This is where our images is going to be held, obviously, navigation and all that jazz. And then create a new file called it index.php. We'll be working in PHP mostly. New file, and then call it, actually never mind, don't create a new file. Go to includes, create a new file, call it functions.php. This is where our functions are going to be held, and create a new file called connection.php. You could also call it connect if you want. However, connection, I'm just going to keep it at that for now. And basically, now that we have our main files added, I will see you in my next tutorial where we will be scripting some of the first site code. We'll be scripting the connection and all that jazz. And I'm going to also set up the database. Before I go, the other things accessible via WAMP server is phpMyAdmin. And this is where all your databases will be held, and we'll be able to manipulate the database from here. So, look forward to my next tutorial. I will see you there. Take care.